Hello and welcome to the Adelaide Psychic Fair number 8. This broadcast is brought to you by the Adelaide Psychic Fair, 230 Flinders Street, Adelaide, third weekend of the month, where we have all the stalls that you would need to help with your spiritual and health and wellness needs. Catch us on the third weekend of the month at the Adelaide Psychic Fair. Hello and welcome. Now, for those people that are joining us for the 8th one, we hope you join in and drop your name, and we'll make some comments along the way. Just to keep you up to date with where we are with the Adelaide Psychic Fair, the thing we're starting to change now with the coronavirus, and hopefully shortly we'll start putting the fairs back on in the city. That's 230 Flinders Street in the city. If you're interested, go to Market to Market and their events page to find out when we will be starting up again. And that is the Facebook page. It has its own page, Adelaide Psychic Fair, all one word. Put that in on the Facebook page and you'll be able to see what's happening with the Adelaide Psychic Fair. If you're interested in having a stall or participating in the fairs, you can contact 0412097361 to participate or make inquiries about when the fairs are coming up, and keep yourself occupied. This afternoon we're hoping to have a chinwag with Lidwina Masters, who is a psychic medium, and she'll be talking to us shortly about what it is that she does. Unfortunately, at the moment, she's just dropped out, but I'll put up her advertising so as to keep you interested in where that's going. Lidwina is out of Mawson Lakes, and does a number of courses and programs in her own home and also in some of the other community rooms around the area. So if you're interested in knowing more about her courses, you can always go to Lidwina's page or give her a call. I'll put that up now so that you can see it. That's the number for Lidwina, 0411275440. You can check with Lidwina to see what courses she has coming up. At the moment, she's only taking small numbers. And thank you for joining us, Annie, from the Gold Coast. We appreciate where you're from and what you're bringing to us. It's always good to have people from interstate drop in and say hello. And hopefully very shortly we will have Lidwina up and have a short talk with her. If you're in the, actually Annie, if you're listening in, how are things going up in Queensland? I know you've got your borders closed up there, but hopefully you're able to get out and about and move people around at the moment. And he hasn't responded yet. Oh dear, we keep losing. Ah, there we are. Lidwina is now in with us. How are you, Lidwina? Can you hear me?
Roy, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. There must have been a bit of a drag there because it took a while to answer that one.
Yes, I can hear you.
Lovely. Perhaps you would like to tell people how you got started.
Yeah. So not really happening today. Yeah, sure. So my journey has been a bit of a journey from many years ago. Tarot cards, and always loved having spirit around me, and it didn't really seem to bother me having them around. And it just really started from sensing spirit, speaking to them, and just feeling comfortable with them, and just allowing myself the opportunity to sort of look into things. And I really found something that I really enjoyed the most. I really enjoyed reading cards, situations through my card reading. So over the years, I've just developed my own method of doing futuristic 2-card readings or futuristic readings. I have got some really wonderful clients that continue to come, which I've just started as last year, is running my own workshops, and that's through personal development. My new one, Elements of Magic. Everyone likes to know a little bit about magic and how it works, and to take the myths out of all the things that seem to be certain about, whether it's tarot cards, whether it's being able to cast a spell, anything that is maybe future, supernatural, so to speak. And people tend to feel that sometimes it's just something everyone else can do except them. And that's kind of been my mission, is to open up doors for people, to make them aware that, we are to do this, but sometimes encouragement, just to understand that sometimes we tune in different ways, and trust our own gut feeling about things. So that's kind of been my journey over the last few months, to bring awareness to people that sometimes have that doubt. So Annie, hi from the Gold Coast. I certainly hope you're feeling fine. I hope the weather up there is a lot warmer than what it is here in Adelaide at the moment. It's incredibly cold. So, yeah, let's just hope that the weather starts to, well, we're going in winter, so I'm sure we're going to have lots of cold weather for the next few months. Anyhow, my knees are telling me it's quite cold out today here. A bit sore.
The old, I can feel it in the bones.
Yes, I've never thought I would be saying it, but I must admit, yeah, my poor knees was suffering. My husband does a bit of Reiki and healing, so just prior to me coming on live, I had some healing from him, and it was really lovely.
So you're, how long have you been doing your courses now?
So the spiritual development one, I think you came with Nori to that one. I've been doing that for about 5 to 6 years. But my Elements of Magic, my karma cleansing, tuning into spirit, those little shorter classes I've been doing for the last 12 months. And I've just really found that it does open up a new perspective to a lot of people. As I mentioned before, taking the myth out of a lot of things, making things simple. I've got a tarot workshop this Sunday, and a lot of people think, it's only certain, but I think if you explain the methods that's behind it, everyone certainly can have that opportunity to have a go at it. Oracle cards more so than the actual tarot. They find the oracle cards are a lot more kinder, and that they seem to have the answers very easily with the oracle.
Yeah, a lot of people prefer oracle cards to tarot cards. The there's a better chance
with
of
UEA, I
reading
do
the
classes there now. So that in itself to me shows that there's a big group of people out there who are interested in learning and want to know, you know, things about the, you know, I'm not going to supernatural, know about the spiritual realm.
So there's a pretty large drag in the commentary at the moment.
So many oracle cards out there now, from unicorns to you name it. There's every animal out cards, and in a way, I think it's great because everyone's very much, you know, everyone has different connections with cards, and that connection with the deck, it seems to talk for you. You know, you have.
Excuse me while I type a little bit here. So did you manage to get the put up your advert for your friends to see so that they know you're on today? Can you hear me, Liddy? Hello, Marianne. It's good to have you on board. We seem to be having some difficulties at the moment. We're not hearing Lidwina, but if she comes back on again, we will attempt to make sure that you get a reading.
On my Facebook quite a few times. Yeah, I don't know. It's like with everything, you know. It's yeah, I'll put it up.
Well, it looks like Lidwina has dropped out for the moment. Hopefully we'll get her back and we can carry on a bit further. There seems to be some terrible traffic with the internet at the moment. So thank you very much, Marianne, for dropping in. Please keep online just in case Lidwina comes back. And we will certainly make sure that she gives you some sort of a reading. With all the coronavirus regulations and stipulations going on, we're now having to have everybody come online and forward what it is that they do through Zoom or through VLive or through whatever happens to be available. And with everybody using the internet to watch and check out their needs on the internet and do their shopping, it's become a little bit harder to maintain a good coastal pickup. And between here and Mawson Lakes, we have a lot of difficulties in keeping it going at the moment. So I'm not sure what it's like in the other states, but there are still areas here where the NBN still hasn't touched the main area. So we still have a lot of dial-up and other actions going on. Hello, I can see you.
Good. Just using my mobile now.
Oh, well, it's working, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
We've had a drop in from, here we go.
Hello.
Internet has a mind of its own. You have to be patient, overload. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on between what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
We haven't actually had any questions as yet.
Okay.
And your phone is giving a much better reception than your computer was doing. So your NBN, your broadband is going to be carrying that on a lot better. It's going to be hard having to hold on to it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's all right. I'll just see if I can put it here. There we go.
That's lovely. Now, oh.
What?
It's all right. Annie went out for a while, but now she's back. Oh, hi. Sorry. Just to reiterate, while there's no questions up, and the courses that you're doing at the moment, could you just go over that again?
Yeah, sure. So the courses that I'm running at the moment are the self-development classes. So we look at different aspects every week, as in we learn to listen to our intuitiveness. We do some psychometry, so we're tuning into our vibrational energy. We look at all different aspects of things like pendulums. So we look at divining rods. So we look at all the different things that are there in the definition tools to help us to sort of, help us make decisions or choices and things like that. We look at connecting with our spirits and our personal guides. So it's quite an in-depth course. It goes for 6 weeks. It's $80 for the 6 weeks. So it's very, very reasonable. And I run that on a Tuesday night from 7:30 to 9:30. This particular Sunday, I've got a tarot and oracle card class. It's a full day. And we get to learn a little bit about tarot. We take the myth out of tarot cards. And we look at the difference between a tarot card reading and an oracle reading, and what sort of suits people more. How do they feel when they, feel more comfortable with one deck to another? We look at all different aspects in regards to that. And the other one that I love doing is my Elements of Magic class. It's been used now all over South Australia. I've used it in many areas throughout South Australia. And it's just been incredibly good. We learn about making pentagrams. We learn about the myths behind making spells, which is not a bad thing, but we learn to use our voice and how our voice can be part of the energy around us. It's just really, really quite interesting. And they're all on my website, Lidwina Clairvoyant Medium. And at the moment, I'm doing like everyone else, social distancing. So I'm keeping my classes small and intimate, so everyone doesn't sort of feel too intimidated by the whole COVID-19 situation at the moment. So we're all nice and safe and comfortable.
We've got a question here. We'd love to know if my buying a boat dream will come true for Annie.
All right, let's have a look at that for you, Annie. So I'm going to just quickly shuffle my cards. So these cards I've used for the last 30 years, so they're pretty old.
Which ones have you got?
The Enchanted Tarot.
All right.
All right, so you'd like to know if buying a boat dream will come true. So I'm certainly feeling at the moment is not the time to be making big choices and decisions. I'm certainly feeling that there's some good news in March next year. There seems to be a celebration around you. So it's just, I feel at the moment, it's important, like with everything, just to sort of stay grounded where you are, you know, because we just don't know what's around the corner. But I do feel that there's certainly a good opportunity coming in around about March next year, because you've got a congratulations card and some achievements. So it could be that you're starting to look for it, or it could be just the simple fact that an opportunity is presented to you and it just seems to be the right choice at the time. So certainly try and not do anything for the moment for the next 6 months, but certainly next year, March onwards, certainly seems to be the time that there's good energy around you for purchasing. Hopefully that helps. The self-development course, no, I'm not doing that online at the moment. However, I have got a new class starting in July. I'm just starting a new one up now as of next Tuesday, which is booked out for 6 weeks. And then in July, I will be doing another one here, home-based at Mawson Lakes. However, I have had a lot of people ask me about a self-development course online. And so that's something that could be, once again, in the pipeline. I do a lot of classes with WEA and we're using Zoom. So, yeah, you know, I'm definitely looking at doing something online very shortly as well. Thanks, Marianne. You're welcome. Thank you, Annie. So my house is going up for sale next week. Do you think it will sell, and time frame? Sure, let's have a quick look at that for you. Well, you certainly got some good cards when it comes to selling. I'm getting something to do with the number 6. So whether it's in 6 days or in 6 weeks, but I do feel that it's going to sell. And there's certainly it's the judgment card, which is saying that you're going to be very happy with the outcome. But I'm getting about 6-week time frame around that sell. But yeah, you'll be quite pleased with the exchange that's going to happen with that home going up for sale. Just sprinkle it with a little bit of lavender and bring some real homeliness or homeness in it. But lavender is really great to prepare the house for sale. And also a little bit of water. So if you imagine the water as being blessed, and sprinkle that or splash it through each room, and just send some really great energy vibes through that water. So when people are walking in, they feel a really good vibe and energy, and that will certainly help as well. But something about 6 weeks. So I do feel a good sale coming for you, though. So best of luck, Marianne. Sure. So as mentioned, with the self-development online, I would certainly need to be looking at that at the moment. If you log on to Lidwina Clairvoyant Medium, as soon as I can sort of put something together, we will run that course. I will do it through Zoom. That seems to work for me quite well. And we can start looking at that. So it will probably be a 6-week course. Because it's on Zoom, it's a long time to be sitting in front of a camera. We'll probably be doing, you know, like half an hour to 3/4 of an hour on Zoom. You know, we might span it out for a little bit longer, but we'll just see how it goes. But I'll certainly keep you updated on that. Thank you.
I've put your Clairvoyant Medium page up on the comments, so people can just click on that and get to you anytime.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah, because you're very welcome, Marianne. All the best.
Oh dear. I cut us both off then. Press the wrong buttons.
Oh, well, I'm glad it was you and not me this time.
Yeah. I'm
Certainly
always.
seems to be
There's so
working a
many
lot
buttons
better.
and things I've got to do. I'm forever pressing the wrong button.
Yeah.
If people watch this in the replay, they can just contact you on that link by watching that. And quite often you'll get a lot more response on the replay than you will on the actual broadcast itself.
Right.
We have somebody else saying hello. Maya, I think it is.
Okay.
Maya Temple.
Hello, Maya. How are you today?
So we went over this in the beginning, but it was a little bit clicky in the content. The period that you've been doing your style of mediumship, and what style is it?
Mediumship is probably my passion. I love doing mediumship. I've been doing mediumship for the last 10, 15 years. And it pretty well much started very soon after my brother passed away. And I closed off for a long time. And then it just seemed to be something that grew from that and getting closer to him, I suppose. So I go quite often to a number of churches, to the Carrington Street Church and to the Elizabeth Spiritualist Church, and do a lot of mediumships messages that way. But within my readings that I have, particularly the one that I do for 1 hour, I always include some mediumship in that, so it's not extra. It's certainly part of my 1 hour time with my clients, and I love it. I'm called the crying medium, mainly because every time I do mediumship work, I always cry. I can't help it. The tears just pour out of my eyes, and I've always got tissues here in my office because I know that I'm going to be a blubbering mess for a little while.
We've got another question from Maya.
Do you see me settling into my new school? Okay, so that's have a look for you, love. Oh, beautiful Queen of Wands. Love it. Love the reading. Yes, I do. You've got lots of mind energy. There's so much of you that's just so amazing. If you put your mind to anything, you can make your dreams come true. You certainly are an amazing person. I've got the beautiful Fool card, and I love that when it comes out, because to me it's very symbolic of you starting new beginnings. I feel a new journey coming up for you, and I feel that your journey is going to make you feel very happy with where you're going. So settling in, I think you are amazing. You're going to have lots of friends, but more importantly, I feel where you're going to be able to achieve your goals, and I think that is very important. You're certainly moving into a very important time in your life. And being the Queen of Wands, she's a beauty because she's got lots of mind energy. And when she puts her mind to things, she'll make it happen. So all the best with everything. Everything's going to be perfectly fine. And you will have no trouble whatsoever settling in. You've got the beautiful Fool card, and he loves to have a good time, and he's very comfortable with where he is in his own place. So you're going to certainly settle in quite nicely. But more importantly, I feel to your advantage in regards to learning and those skills. You're certainly the world's going to be your oyster. So all the best. You're welcome.
With all of the restrictions that we have at the moment with the corona, are you settling into a new way of doing things, or are you still doing things exactly the same as you were before?
So this Sunday will be my first class that I have in regards to the coronavirus situation. So I've kept it so that everyone can sit quite comfortably around the table, but not having to touch each other. So as much as I don't mind people coming here, and I'm more than happy, I've got all the hand cleansing things here at home. I also ask that they're not, if they're not well or don't sort of feel 100% not to come. So it kind of works a little bit both ways now.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to open up my doors, but I think a bit of onus onto the people that come in that, you know, that they are okay as well.
It's difficult at the moment for everybody going out because they don't know what the restrictions are. Do I go? Don't I go? Do I wear a mask? Do I not wear a mask? The sanitary aspects. I vaguely recall doing your course, and there are elements of just about everything in it, from doing some medium work on becoming familiar with your own mediumship, a little bit of tarot work, building stuff. Are you still doing all of those aspects in in that format?
Yeah, I am. You know, it's a class that I've run for, as I said, up to 6 years now. It seems to work for me. It just seems to be every week, you know, talking about different subjects, you know, looking at your auras and, you know, just doing a little bit of everything. It just keeps everyone interested. I think if you sort of, you know, stuck on one thing, people tend to sort of lose a little bit of interest, whereas I have quite a bit that I get through in the 2 hours that people are here. It's never boring. I'm very much a hands-on person. I don't sit and just talk. I get everyone to, you know,
participate.
Become part of the group. You know, and I think that's really the best way to do it. You know, I have seen other places how they run, and you know, people do. They just sort of, you can see them drift if you know you're just doing all the talking and they're just not part of it. But, you know, people have come back, you know, sometimes 2 times or 3 times, you know, to do these courses. So to me, it's a feather in my cap to think that people, you know, do find them very interesting and, you know, more than happy to be part of what's going on. You know, and even with my spirit class that I have on a Monday night now where we learn mediumship, and I have so many of my peers here that are actually doing voice channeling now.
Well, that's different.
So, you know, that's where they sort of thought, oh, you know, it can't happen. It doesn't happen. Well, yes, it does happen, and it's very easy. You just got to sort of be in the right group and have the right people around you to make you feel comfortable enough to do it. So that's starting on Monday night. And that will run for 8 weeks as well. So it'll just give everyone the opportunity to practice voice channeling. It's one of the easiest things to do. And it's just, we quite often voice channel. Quite often, for example, if you've got a friend who's not feeling very well or feeling down in the dumps, and for some reason you seem to get all these words that come out of encouragement or reassurance and things like that, and you think, oh, where did all that come from? Quite
often voice channeling
is voice channeling you, you know, giving you the right words to say to this person, you know, and I know it's happened to me, and I just think, God, and you do actually think that to yourself, where did that come from? You know, you think, you know, I didn't think that. So we kind of do it, you know, without really even knowing about it. But so we're going to start doing a course in that and see how we go.
So I remember doing your course, and there were bits of it that, to me, just I had no connection with whatsoever. And then there were other pieces of it which it sort of resonated very cleanly with me. So what I liked about your initial, the program that I did with you, was that if I didn't feel comfortable in one place, I could simply transpose it to wherever I felt the most comfortable. So hopefully when we start getting all of us back together again in something which resembles the normal, so you're looking for June, July to start your normal classes again, or are you further out?
No. I'm starting as of next week. So my classes are starting as of next week. And as I said, I'm only taking a small amount of people so that we just all feel comfortable in a, confined space, so to speak. And I'm going to run them through all the rest of this year as well.
So the only thing that'll really change is the number of people that you'll be putting into the house as these restrictions lessen.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, I'm just fortunate at the moment that teaching seems to be something that facilitating seems to be something that's high on the agenda. I've got WEA that are very keen on a lot of my courses that I do. I've also going into Riverdale now, which is their beautiful health centre up at Gawler there, Hillier. And I'm running quite a few classes from there as well. So I suppose if you look at it from the perspective of, markets and doing readings and things like that, yes, I still like doing them, but this is sort of the road I think that I'm going to sort of be leaning more towards.
Right. So in the future, it will be more about Lidwina facilitating and doing. Oh, and Lidwina has dropped out, unfortunately. We must have touched the button and we've thrown ourselves into non-existence yet again. I'll put up that. That's the. We don't want that one. We want the other one. This is Lidwina's card. And underneath there, you will see Lidwina's mobile number, where she's situated and what her normal readings are costing. But outside of that, as you've heard, or if you happen to hear this in replay, Lidwina does a great many courses and facilitating aspects in her courses. And if you're interested in that sort of thing, you're more than welcome to contact Lidwina on either the phone number or the Facebook page number that we have already put up there. And just go through the comments and you'll see there's a link to get to Lidwina, and you can leave her a message on that site if you or anybody else is interested. And you're more than welcome to pass this on to anybody else as well. So we got you back again. What happened? You touched the wrong button.
Probably.
It happens. At least we've got a nice clear image and it's going well at the moment.
Yeah, so obviously from now on I'll just use my mobile. I think, it just doesn't seem to be so lagging as I've got the computer and the laptop thinking, wow, I'm really organised. I could have just used my phone.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't sure as to how good the phone would be on this program, but it seems to be doing well on your end. So so long as you've got it there and it's working well, you can go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that you're a broadcast champion, you'll be able to do this all the time. So do you have any new programs coming up, something new that people might be interested in?
My Elements of Magic, as I said, seems to be something that's really drawing in a crowd at the moment. A lot of people like crafting. And it just seems to be there was, a place where where they can come to. I've got all the materials here and they can go home with something, whether it's making, a pentagram or whether it's making a talking stick or a wand or whatever it is. I think, I've got it all here, which is really great.
We have a question. How did you become a clairvoyant medium, Lidwina?
So even as a child, I remember speaking with people that weren't around me. I was a bit of a loner, which was a bit sad. But, I never felt like I was alone, if that makes sense. As I mentioned earlier, we were talking, how did you sort of start? And it really started more, obviously, when my brother passed away, and we were always into mediumship, and he was a very good medium, and he was the one that taught me quite a bit. But when he passed away, I was very lost for a while because I'd lost my mentor. But it gave me the drive to sort of fulfill his dream that he wanted me to do. So I started learning a lot. I joined a lot of circles, spirit circles and medium circles, and all these different groups of people to learn from them how to connect with the other side. And slowly but surely, it does come to you. It's not something that happens in 5 minutes. It took about 10 years, I think, for me to really feel comfortable with giving messages from spirit. So, yeah, it's something I do now. Every time I have a reading here or a client here, I give them a bit of mediumship. I do mediumship roles when I go to some of the spiritualist churches and give talks and mediumships there. I've done a few shows, a bit like Dave Edwards, where I've done mediumship shows. So it's a passion. I love it. As I was mentioning to Roy earlier, I do cry a lot through mediumship. It's just because I've become quite emotional, because sometimes the messages that come through are always of love, and you can see the emotion that the person in the spirit realm is trying to bring through to their loved ones here. And to know that I'm that link, to me, I feel a lot of gratitude for that.
Did you start with cards or did you go straight into mediumship?
I love cards. Tarot cards has always been my passion. So I did start with cards initially. And that in itself, I found it got my confidence up a lot in regards to mediumship. Because quite often when you're doing a card reading, intuitively, sometimes you pick things up from what maybe loved ones are trying to say to their person that's here, for example. And I quite often say that, when I am doing a reading, that I normally start off with a bit of mediumship. And I quite often say to the client, look, don't be at all surprised if your reading can be a little bit influenced by the person that's still hanging around. And it can be, quite often it's just their way of trying to get messages through to them. So spirit are really amazing. It's hard to explain, but to me, I'm always amazed at some of the things that come through. I don't think I've ever not felt something by giving a message to someone. And I think that in itself is really unique. I also feel too that there's a lot of people out there that, you've got to be a bit mindful of. There's always the skeptics and all that. But I think it's just really nice to sort of, be there for people when they need you. No, I've never been to the Noarlunga Spiritual Church as yet. However, I am hoping, and not this year because I've got so much on my plate with my courses, I'm hoping to go around Australia next year. Ooh. And start doing some mediumship work. Yeah, that's sort of the area I want to start go in, and sort of start places like going down south. So that's one place I want to go to. But, start going to places like Mount Gambier and, going to places sort of out of the city and trying to do some work. So it's a bit of planning coming up, I hope.
Yeah, I think next year is going to be a busy year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. I mean, if you're broadcasting regularly, you'll pick up a lot of people interstate and even overseas. Yeah. And if you start doing interstate work, then you're going to have a following before you even get out there, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know somebody who runs the Noarlunga spiritual market out there, so I might see if I can find the name and I'll send it through to you and give you another link to get out there.
Lovely. Thank you. Yeah. There's quite a few spiritualist churches here in Adelaide. I mean, we've got, as I mentioned, the Carrington Street one. We've got the Noarlunga one. There's one in Cannon Street at Port Adelaide. Got one here at Northfield. You know, the Elizabeth one. So there's actually quite a few different little spiritualist churches around Adelaide. And so, yeah, you know, I've been to another one. I think it was... I forget now, sort of up near, I think you might have done a show out that way. It was on South Road somewhere.
Down at around the Marion.
Yeah.
When we were doing the one on Marion Road, the RSL there. There's a spiritualist church about kilometre, 2 kilometres away.
Yeah, there. So I have been there as well. So yeah.
Hi, Roz.
Hi, Roz.
Martin runs the church out at Noarlunga. Yep. Okay.
Thank you, darling.
All right. See, I don't even have to. I don't have to do anything. I just sit back and let other people do it for me.
You know what? People are amazing. If
they are.
Want information, there's abundance of it out there. You just need to ask.
Yeah. Any messages for the people that are going to likely to see you in the replay?
Look, if anyone would like a reading, as I said, my readings are unique. They're not just all sitting here and talking about your past. I think the past is the past. You're always going to get a message from Spirit. That's how my readings always start. And then from there, we move on to my 2-year reading. And then if you've got questions, we look at that. I've also got a new deck of cards that I bought, which is really a beautiful deck. And they're all pictures. And we do a horoscope reading with them as well. And they're quite unique cards. So the hour that we spend here, we fit a lot into it. There's not much that you're not going to go away with. You can record it on your phone if you wish to. And then at least you've got that to take home to review at your own leisure again.
So I guess the big question is, are you likely to do these broadcasts on a regular basis for people to sort of become regulars, so to speak?
Yeah, look, now that we've got our mojo working here.
Took a while.
Computer and laptop, and all I needed to do was use my phone.
Would have been so much easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well.
Certainly
we learn as we go.
Yeah. It's good. No, definitely love the broadcasting. You know, would be probably moving forward, when I've got a class starting, you know, I could have a few things here on the day to show you.
Thanks, Roz. It's good of you to watch it in the replay, and it's always nice if you can just share it around. Lidwina does a brilliant job, and I've known Lidwina for years. And I would recommend Lidwina to anybody that asks for somebody to do a reading in the Mawson Lakes area. We've actually dropped our name a few times to people who are in that sort of area. I don't know whether it's ever turned into anything, but there's not a lot of people out there that. We got a big one here, Holly Trevick from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada.
Wow! Welcome, Holly.
Now you're going international.
I want to come to Canada. I want to do the beautiful waterfall there.
Well, on the one on the border, the half moon one.
Oh, Niagara Falls.
That's the American side. They've got a horseshoe one on the Canadian falls, which I believe are actually even better than the Niagara ones. They're beautiful. Yeah. Holly, if you're still tuned in, we've still got a few minutes. You're more than welcome to ask a question. Here we go. Now, here it goes. It's Thursday evening, still here, and thanks very much for the welcome. If you've got a question, now's the time to ask it. You've got about 5-10 minutes to get it in. Yeah, there's quite a few people at the moment who are looking to sort of enter the broadcasting aspect, but it's all about having the courage to do that first one. It's scary getting that first one out the way.
Yeah.
There you go. Will things improve for my children?
Okay. How many children do you have, Holly? Okay, so 2 teenagers with special needs, right? Okay. Just prior to you writing that through, the card did come up with challenges. So that was why I thought I would just, and then when you messaged that, it answered that question for me. I do feel that there's been some really dark times. And when we talk about dark times, it doesn't mean so much bad, but I think some quite difficult times, challenging times that you've been through. And if we were to look at the last 9 years, I think you were really struggling with some of the situations around you. I'm certainly feeling that 2019, if we look at last year and moving forward now, it's almost like there's a bit of a golden path opening up for you. So if we look at that, for example, to me, I feel that there's either some new help coming or some new opportunities coming. But once again, it's just, I feel in a lot of ways that, you're in a situation now where I feel a little bit of that load's going to be taken off your shoulders. But look, for your own selfness as well, give yourself a pat on the back, because as I said, you've carried a big load for a long time. So caring and so loving. But I do feel the children are growing. And I do see that tree of opportunity growing, which is great, because it's saying even though you've been through this difficult time, there is some good times coming ahead. And when I look at the time, I do feel that it will be within the next few months. So don't give up. I know you're not. But look, stay strong. Your children have got a lot of beautiful aspects from you. So they have got hearts of gold. And there is a new opportunity or a new road ahead. And the beautiful road is golden. So to me, there's some good news coming, both for them and yourself. So just hang in there. All the best. Yeah, so you've been alone since they were 14 months and 2 years. Golly, my oldest has 12 diagnoses and the youngest has multiple issues as well. Yeah, as I said, you've certainly been carrying a big load, but please hang in there, Holly. There's some good news coming, and I do feel that it will bring a smile to your heart, because there's people or someone or a situation out there that's going to help you. And, I even feel for yourself, and I'm not sure if you're in the mode or ready for a relationship, but there certainly seems to be a king of hearts around you. So don't go through that process that you're going to be alone forever. There certainly seems to be someone coming, which is this beautiful king of hearts. And even though what's happened to you in the past has been devastating, this person is certainly going to really make you feel good about yourself. So you can slowly let go of that wall that you've built around yourself and feel a lot more comfortable with who you are. But the children will love him as well. And I think that's really important. So all the best, and keep that smile in your heart.
We're coming down to the tail end of it here, Lidwina. So is there anything that we haven't discussed that you would like to get across before we make some mention of clearing this out?
Look, it's been an absolute honour. Thank you for having me chat with you, Roy, today, and taking time out of your day to help me.
That's all right.
And, you know, as I said, I'm just really happy with moving forward now, feeling great with my classes and, you know, new directions coming up. I know it's been a long haul, but I just kind of want to be out there for people as well who've been through a struggling time. And look, even if they feel that, you know, they can't afford a reading, join this live chat and put your questions up. You know, it's, you know, we can help you as much as we can this way. And I think that it's a great way. And, you know, money's tight everywhere. So use this opportunity to, you know, put your questions up there and get some answers. Thank you, Holly.
Thank you, definitely, Holly. Always lovely to have people on who listen in and get something from the readings, which is what it's about. It's about a way of getting to know the people who are doing the readings. And then if they want to get more information, they can always contact you on the phone number that we put out there or on your Facebook page. And I don't think the prices are too expensive. I've seen the prices and I've seen worse, so it's all good. Sorry, carry on. I was cutting you off.
I was just going to say to Holly, we can always do a messenger chat. So anyone that's overseas and would like to have a reading, I have done them before via Facebook Messenger, and we can certainly do readings via that way.
Skype, Zoom.
Yeah, and that too.
See, the world is such a technological place now. You know, where would we be without all of these technological aspects in our lives now?
Yeah.
I'm going to close down.
Thank you. It was lovely chatting.
Thank you very much. I will put you down into the lobby for a little bit. I'll just have a quick chat afterwards. Like 2 minutes, so I'll put you down into the lobby, put your card up, and then I'll do the ad at the bottom, and then I'll catch up with you in a couple of minutes, if that's all right.
No worries. Thanks, Roy.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we had Lidwina, clairvoyant medium from Mawson Lakes. If you're interested in Lidwina's readings, you're more than welcome to go to the listing below, the phone number below, and give her a call. And I'm sure that she would love to hear from you. If you're watching this in replay, you can still click on the link and make contact with Lidwina. And you can also call her or make appointments through the Facebook page. Also, we have here, this broadcast was brought to you by the Adelaide Psychic Fair, 230 Flinders Street, Adelaide, third weekend of the month. Hopefully around June, July, these will start up again. And you'll be able to get all your spiritual needs and connect with all the readers at 230 Flinders Street in the city. We look forward to having you again when next we have a reader or stall holder from the Adelaide Psychic Fair. Thank you for your time today.